it's not worth it. It started all good, everything was nice, everything was fun. Obviously that's how our relationship starts, and one day, I don't even know what happened, I can't even remember, honestly, but I know now that there were threats there and there. I don't even know why, I don't even know how, but he always told me he would beat me up. But of course, I stood up for myself. I just said, you know, you won't do it, you won't touch me, I'm gonna reproach you if you do this and that. One day, surprisingly, he just landed a hot slap on my cheek. I didn't see that coming, honestly. I actually thought all the threats were just threats, nothing was gonna happen. It took me by surprise. I remember it was just around my house. I ran back home. I didn't even tell anyone about it. I didn't tell anyone about anything at all. I just kept it to myself. I thought, as he apologized, as he kept on going and going with the sweet words, sweet talks, you know, little gifts, little gestures, I just thought, okay, he's human. He's human, and probably I pushed him to do it. You know, probably I talked too much, so maybe I offended him with 1 or 2 words. So I kept quiet. I forgave him. We went on with the relationship. I didn't even know that that was me communicating to him that I actually am okay with abuse. I'm okay with that. The gradual changes that starts as the verbal abuse. You know, somebody telling you this and that, you're not good enough. This is how I like my partner to be. This is what I want from a woman. And as young as I was honestly willing. I actually changed myself to fit who he wanted in a partner. I didn't even see the changes myself. Even people around me, they'll tell me, you know, you've changed. You know, you're this and that. I didn't believe it, of course, because who knows? You never even see what's going on around your life. The people around you will see it, but you. So obviously, I didn't know it. I didn't see it. But I changed myself to be what a man wanted me to be. And right now, looking back, I was actually just an object to him. Somebody who he would turn into what he wanted, how he wanted it to be. I didn't even have confidence. I didn't even have self-love. I didn't even know what I was worth. So I just settled for whatever that was. I've never seen my mom then. I had never seen her be loved by a man. So it was kind of a new thing for me. And I just had to figure out stuff as I go. I was so afraid of asking. I was so afraid of talking to somebody because I knew that the minute I open up to somebody, they're gonna tell me what I needed to know. And that's for me to leave the relationship, and that is not worth it. So I couldn't. I didn't. I just kept the relationship going until that slap happened, and I thought, okay, no, he's gonna change. You know, he's sorry. So I forgave him. We went on. And the next time, it's more than a slap. It's something else. Knowing what I know now, it was obviously because he was cheating. He was doing a lot of stuff that I didn't even know. Obviously, the insecurities of somebody who cheats are, you just see them. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. He was always so insecure. He wanted me to be that woman that, you know, he thought I had in mind. I was not supposed to go to parties. I was not supposed to do this and that. I mean, I remember one time I just went out with friends who were supposed to have a sleepover. I went there, obviously me being me, the woman that I'm supposed to be. I just checked in to call and say, hi, I'm going to the sleepover. He's like, okay, no, I'll pass by. I'm like, sure, no problem. He called to say he was outside. I went outside. Obviously, I left my stuff inside because I'm coming back. I actually left and I never went back there. I left my phone, I left my bag. I went the way I was. That night, I remember he drove into, he was actually with his friends. This is something so surprising, but it did happen. I know a lot of us would think, no, he wouldn't, you know. It starts off in secret, obviously, but it gets to the public. he disrespects you when it's just the two of you. Before you know it, he's doing it in front of your friends or his friends or family or just in the mall where strangers are. It doesn't even matter because you've showed him that you actually can take that in and live with it, right? So he drove to a place where houses were so far away. Obviously, I don't know, maybe I was not supposed to go to a sleepover. I mean, what is that? So he went there, took me out the car. He started to beat me with punches, kicked me, and his friends actually never said anything. I think for about a good 5 minutes. That's when one of them actually said, no, that's enough. I'm like, that's enough, really? Really? He continued to beat me. My head was filled with soil. My eyes, I couldn't even breathe. I didn't even know what to do. When I got the chance, I ran away. I ran until I found help from some woman, and she actually talked to me, you know, as an older woman. She talked to me about relationships, about abuse. She was so shocked how young I was and just how much I can just endure from this man. She was so shocked. She tried to talk me out of it. Of course, you know, she convinced me. I was sure. I left as well until he came back. He came back with gestures, of course, with gifts. You know, I thought I was spoiled. I thought, you know, at the end of the day, he comes back and he asks for forgiveness. You know, he's sorry that he did this. Of course, from time to time, he would make me feel like I'm the one that made him do what he did. It was never what he did, really. It really somehow turned into me. I was the one to blame. I was the one who was supposed to apologize for him beating me because I did something that was wrong, and he was just being a man. He was just loving me. He was just being jealous. Of course I believed that. Of course he tricked me into that, the sweet words and everything. I found myself going back. And it kept going, I never even talked to anyone about it. I'd hide the bruises with makeup and this and that. I'd protect him with every single thing that I had. You wouldn't even talk bad about him in my presence. I was so overprotective of that. I didn't even want people to know the version of him that I knew, if I put it that way. I don't even know I protected him so much. The next so big beating, I had caught him cheating. I confronted him. He started beating me. He beat me, he spilled alcohol on me. It was just a whole mess. The only thing that I could think about at the time that could save me of my life, because I literally felt like I was gonna die that night, I faked my own. I faked an asthma attack. That was the only thing I could think of. He tried to use my spray on me. I acted like I was literally dying. So he paused, he took me to the hospital. When we got there, obviously I'm alone with the doctor. I'm in emergency. So I actually met a man. That man told me, like, if a man loves you, he'd never do this to you. Why are you not pressing charges? He even told me that I'm not gonna help you if you don't press charges. I remember begging that man, like, I don't even know why. I honestly don't know why I had to protect him so much. I really don't know why. He had nothing against me, but I just chose not to report him any of the times that this thing happened to me. As young as I was, I still think about it till today. It still haunts me. The trauma still lives with me. I keep thinking it's gonna happen any minute to me. Even if as I meet different people, everything, words just stick to me because it just reminds me of how something so big started in just words and I dismissed it when I shouldn't have. So that doctor talked to me. He tried to talk me into reporting. I didn't. I just asked him, can you keep me here till morning so that I can at least go home? And he did. He was so sweet, he was so kind, he was so nice. He helped me like how a father would. He talked to me about stuff that I believe fathers talk to their daughters about. I needed to hear that. I needed somebody to talk to me. A father-like figure, somebody who really knows. He told me he had never laid a finger on a woman. He told me women are supposed to be treated like diamonds. Of course, I'd never had that love. I don't even know why I stayed, like I say. I never even talked to anybody. Even my friends are going to be shocked to hear this video, to see, because this is the very first time I actually talked to somebody about it, or somebody close. It's literally the first time. And what I can tell you is, it's something that lives in me till today. It happened a long time ago, but I still remember it like it was yesterday. So whatever it is, if you're being verbally abused, I'm just gonna tell you now that it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth any single thing. You are beautiful the way you are. You are so gorgeous. You are a diamond. You are pearls, honey. You should be treated like a queen. Nobody should beat you. Nobody should tell you otherwise. You don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. I don't even care what you did or whether you said something you were not supposed to say to somebody. Nobody at all should be justified because they treated a woman like trash. Laying a finger on a woman, we need to report that. If you're in a situation like that, I'm just telling you better days are coming, because I'm in a better space right now, and that's why I can just come in here and literally just open up about it. Talk to a friend, call somebody you trust, an aunt, your parent, whatever form of abuse it is, verbal abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse even. It could be from a father or a brother or an uncle, whoever it is. Even if you think people won't believe you, someone out there will. We have homes here to take care of women. They take us in, they'll counsel you. Trust me, you will get to a point where you don't even believe that you stayed for the nonsense that you did. So I'm telling you today, just step out. Whatever chance that you can to just run away, grab the chance, please. Run away right now to save your own life. Whatever it is that you have to do to get out of that mess that you're in, please do it. You're not gonna stay there for your kids. You're not gonna stay there because he's your provider or whatever you think he is. You can always start afresh. I started afresh. I never thought that I'd find myself in a place that I am in now. But I'm telling you, it feels so good to sleep so peacefully at night, not to have bruises that you hide, to just be open about anything. I'm telling you, you will get there too. As long as you just speak up to anyone, call toll-frees, go to the nearest police, go to the nearest Mabi Belego, as we call them here. They know what to do. They will counsel you from your traumas. Anything is possible for you. A good life is waiting for you for as long as you decide to leave that situation that you find yourself in. It's not worth it. And I love you. You're not alone. You're not the only one. But we need to break the cycle. Our kids are not gonna see men abuse us. Our kids are not gonna be abused and we're gonna keep quiet about it. I know that people who get abused and their families will tell them not to report it. We are the generation that's gonna break cycles. We are the generation that's gonna start things afresh. We're gonna be good. Physically, emotionally, mentally. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna heal from the traumas that we've faced. We're gonna be okay. All of us. I promise you.